Put that crown roll on your back.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Brian, Ron, I see you there. Bill, Ellen, Edith, thanks for joining us. We'll start, we have Coach Richard Rokos, and then two women's alpine skiers, two Canadians, Stef Fleckenstein and Cassidy Gray, who finished 1-2 in the women's US race this morning or afternoon. Coach, do you want to just open up with a quick statement and then we can take some questions?
Absolutely, yeah.
So how was the day overall?
Overall feeling?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, well, it absolutely great feeling to have 1-2. I think it breaks the hole in the history. I don't think we have it ever this standing or placing like this, and both girls are capable of doing it, and they just put it in today. It was a great race, and you know, switching places between first and second run. It was fairly tight internal competition. We have a similar case last year between Michaela Tami and Stef Fleckenstein in Montana, but it didn't go exactly the same way. Both went out, so it's always a gamble. And in this case, it was very calculated gamble, and both ladies capitalized on their capacity.
we can open up for questions. Brian, do you have anything for Coach? And then we'll get to the athletes in a second.
Coach, just want to ask you, you know, obviously the women did great today. How do you balance that with the men not doing what you would hope they would do as well?
Well, guys didn't have day. You know, it happens sometime, and in their case, they all three are capable to be in top 10. There is no question, and it happened to be a little disaster on their side. No way to put finger on it because snow was same as the first run, course was similar, everything was similar. It's just a matter of accident. You know, in sport of skiing, you can win, you can lose, and there is no middle ground. Not so often. You either ski your potential and you are where you're supposed to be, or you are out and in dust. No recourse.
Coach, do you think the delay had anything to do with it? I mean, Joey and Louis were the first and third skiers after about a half-hour delay. The skier between them also had a pretty bad second run time. Did that have anything to do with it? I mean, it felt like the flow was kind of disrupted.
Well, you are digging in my territory because I am the one who is trying to explain it and find out why. And I would say it's a CU section. 4 years ago, we were in the same place, in the same section of the course in the traverse. There was no delay, but pretty much same configuration of the gates. Ola Bauer or Ola Johansson, he crashed there, and it was at the time when he was constantly or steady finishing everything what he entered as a race. In national championship, in last race of his career for college, same as today, Joey. A heartbreaking situation for him, for me, and for whole team, because there is lots of ambitions, memories, you know, and we were talking about it 2-3 years later. He will be laughing to it. Right now, he's broken and thinking about things to do, but it's I don't think it has anything to do with course. You look at it this way: there was 29 skiers finishing except our two guys, you know, and they've done it in the same place. I doubt they might come a little faster to that section. I don't have you know, speed trap there, but I don't think there was anything what we could really put finger on.
Brian, go ahead.
Just want to ask you about Cassidy and Stef real quick. You didn't have Cassidy a whole lot this season, and Stef started the year with an injury. But how nice is it for you to see them both come through today, like they're capable of doing?
Yeah, well, Step was on track for a while, and she obviously put lots of investment in it. She trained harder than anyone else. She is committed skier with focus and goal to make national Canadian team, and that's her goal. And hopefully she will make it. Cassidy is there. She had a great season already on the World Cup, finishing top 30 almost every giant slalom she entered. So it is handwriting is on the wall. Those girls are on the track to glory.
Any other questions for Coach before we go to the student athletes? All right, thanks, Coach. Steph, if you want to turn your volume on. Steph is on the left, if we're all saying it the same as me, and Cassidy's on the right. Cassidy, just talk about your race win. How does it feel? Your first NCAA win. It's only your third college GS, so talk us through how it all went today.
Yeah, I was really nervous for today, probably the most nervous I've been all season. And I think it kind of showed in the first run. I was playing a little bit safe, but it was really cool to see the whole team like really put a couple runs down today, like for the girls. Such awesome energy, like the whole day. We were all having so much fun. And so it was really cool, really cool for me to be able to come like on such a quick timeline from Europe and then come here and have success in both places. So I'm really happy with the day.
And just walk us through that timeline real quick. So you skied in Park City, you went to World Championships, skied a few other World Cups, and then came back straight to New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, so I got to New Hampshire not yesterday, but the night, not last night, but the night before. And I came straight from the World Cup in Slovakia, Jasna, Slovakia, and it was pretty chaotic a couple days just with all the traveling and everything. But I'm really grateful for my team here and my team in Europe that made everything go so smooth and really gave me the best opportunities I could to succeed in both places.
Then I just have a quick one for Steph, and then we'll pass it off to the reporter. So Steph, I know it's a goal of yours to win this race. Is it any consolation that it's to not only your teammate but country mate?
Yeah. I think Cass was the reason I was pushing so hard today, honestly. The training day, she was saying she wasn't feeling too hot, and I was watching her video and she was ripping. So I was like, you know what, like we can both go for it tomorrow. And same with Emma. Like I think the girls' vibe was just really high today, and everyone was really focused on the race, which was awesome. But yeah, I'm happy, Cass. I'm happy if anyone had to beat me, it was Cass.
Any questions, Brian?
I'll start with Steph actually, because you were first in that first run, and then when you see what Cass did her second run, what was your feeling as you started?
I actually didn't know that. Well, I kind of had a feeling Cass went into first because the starters kind of indicated at it, but I didn't know for sure. Honestly, I just knew that she was going to go for it the second run, and I had a feeling I was going to be battling with her, so I just kind of went for it as well.
And one other for you, Steph, because you're a junior. This is your third year here. So you've been around the team for a while. Tell me what it means for you guys as a team to start off this way. And even though the men didn't have the day they had, I mean, you guys as a team are still in a good spot.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have a good first day. I know that it brings a lot of confidence into the rest of the week, and it gives our Nordics a lot of confidence in us, which is, I think, really important. Obviously, I mean, the boys had a bad day, but like that's pretty normal. I feel like it's very rare to have both teams do well on the same day, just the nature of skiing. So hopefully we can just carry it into the rest of the week, and hopefully we have like good days for both genders on Friday.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And then just a question for Cass, because you've been all over the place this year. I haven't skied with CU a whole lot yet this year, but this has got to be the highlight of the year. But I mean, there's a bunch of highlights for you all over the place, isn't there?
Yeah, there have been a lot of highlights. This was definitely a big one because it's so cool to like have such a close team, like people that like are really cheering for you and like really supporting for you and or supporting you, and like in the start and in the finish and like everywhere you go they're like stoked and supporting you the whole time. So this today was really cool because I felt that like so much, like with the coaches and the team. So I think that just made everything, like the results, so much better because we had like such a good team like in our corner.
Just last thing, and for either one of you, but this has got to give you a lot of confidence going into Friday, right?
You go first.
I think that we both knew the GS was probably our best shot at winning. I think we're both good slalom skiers, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's definitely some confidence there. I'm confident in us.
Yeah.
I'm confident in the whole team though. Like I really believe in the whole team, which is, it's kind of a cool feeling.
Yeah, like I know that like any person on this team any day could like really put down and like punch in. Like I think everybody here is capable of a podium, like for sure. And I think that's like really cool knowing that like anybody could be there on any given day. That's like what Stef said. I mean, I haven't been on this team for very long, so I don't really know anything otherwise, but I think it's really cool to be able to have so much confidence in the rest of the crew.
Great. Congratulations.
And just my last one for you two, just talk about that team aspect, right? Because I know you both have national team, Olympic hopeful stuff going on for 2022, but what is it like skiing with a team, and how's that different from your other ski life?
Do you want to go first?
I think that you don't realize how much a good team dynamic impacts the results of the entire group until you've had a good team dynamic. And I really think everyone's been on kind of the same page this week. And I don't know if it's because COVID or just the new rules and stuff, but everything's much more like, it's very meshed together. Like everyone has each other's back. And I think that that's something that's really important, and it seems to be working. Like I think that we haven't had any bad days yet. Like everyone's really supportive of each other, and there's no blame, there's no like judgment or anything. We just want everyone to have their best day and do well. I don't know if that was answering the question. It's different than the national team, because the national team, you're just competing for yourself. And I think sometimes it feels like it's more pressure in college because you are competing for your whole team. But at the same time, you know that if you're doing well, or the whole team is doing well, it's more of an impact on it's more of an impact on you.
Yeah, I agree with Steph. I think I mean on the national team I've been pretty lucky. I've had a lot of really good girls that I've gotten to ski with, but it's different because this feels more like a team sport. Like this feels more like a soccer, volleyball, football kind of sport, because like we're all so dependent on each other's results. But at the same time, if like somebody's day doesn't go the way they planned, nobody's like sitting there cursing at you or anything. Like everybody just wants you to do well, but they're not gonna like hate you if you don't. They just want you to like ski the best that you can and be happy with it for yourself, you know. It's honestly, it's such a cool environment. This is good because this is my first year on like a team like this, and I'm like blown away with how like cool it is. People always cheering for you, always in your corner.
Any other questions for the student athletes or Coach Rokos? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. Much appreciated. And Mike, we'll go back to you to keep this thing moving.